Da 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 da. Fuck!
Hi, everybody. It has been a while. We are sorry, I guess. We're busy. We have lives. We're popular people. It's fine.
Due to popular demand,
Yes.
we are back.
Yeah. But we're not back all the way. Because we are busy folk, everyone needs our time. We decided to do a couple short episodes here and there that I'm going to name One Pump Chumps.
Okay.
So, we're going to start episode 1 of the One Pump Chumps. We're going to just do what we normally do, talk about, like, nerdy things, movies, TV shows, and whatnot. Today, Ant-Man and the Wasp, because it was released.
Good.
Yep. I don't know what to do with this. I don't have news. This is actually very uncomfortable. Andrew, do you want to give us a quick summary of the movie?
So fucking awkward, holy crap.
That's what I do.
Alright.
So, movie. He's on house arrest. 3 days away from, getting out. And, let's see. Why'd they need him again?
Because... Spoilers for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Right, yeah, spoilers and shit. Why did they need him?
As soon as
Why'd
they
they
opened
need
the
him?
quantum realm, he had a vision
Oh,
of
he had
Janet,
a vision. Okay.
and then called.
Yes.
So he had a vision of the mama.
Maybe Eric should be doing this, apparently.
It's potentially maybe in the quantum realm. So the plot consists of them trying to enter the quantum realm for a little rescue mission. While in the meantime, there are two separate factions trying to stop them. One is trying to get their equipment. One is trying to exploit their equipment to save herself. Movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Movie.
I'd say fun movie up until the end.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Yeah?
I mean, the end was pretty fun. The mid-end.
So
was-
yeah,
Mid-end,
Yeah, the mid-credit scene was snap back to reality. See what I did there?
Or snap out of reality.
Oh! So essentially that credit scene showed Hank Pym, both Wasps, just disappearing because of Thanos.
Right.
And left Scotty Boy in the quantum realm just
And-
to hang out and be a pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just skipped like the first 2 hours of the movie there, but hey.
But, I mean, the movie itself was them just doing the quantum realm things. Like, it's not like there was big
Pretty
plot
much.
stuff. Do you guys want to talk characters?
Relatively just kind of a chase.
It was pretty well solved
Over
in
2
actually.
days.
Yeah, lots of the good classic Ant-Man humor. What's the Hispanic guy's name? Michael Pena or
yeah.
whatever?
He's
I
great.
don't know. Sorry?
He's fantastic.
I
Yeah.
believe it's pronounced Pena because it has a little squiggly on top of one of the letters.
Right.
letter?
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't speak Hispanic. But yeah, he did his classic rambling on thing. That was hilarious. The movie itself was actually really good, I found, honestly.
How do you guys compare to the first movie?
Oh, I knew that question was gonna come. I don't have an answer for you. I haven't seen the first movie in like 2 years, and without like actually watching it again, I can't really give an accurate description, at least for myself.
Okay, then Clayton, Andrew and I will answer that. We'll give you your own special one. How did you think he was compared to the Ant-Man in Civil War?
Ha, fair enough. Well, obviously, seeing as we just had more Ant-Man in general, I'm gonna have to prefer this one. But I mean, that's no disrespect to the Ant-Man in Civil War because that movie is, or that part of that movie was also awesome. I don't know, without like having to compare it to like the past Ant-Man, it was just a really good film in general as far as I was concerned. Like it was like both like good action, like it was pretty cool seeing them shrink and grow and phase and do shit, that stuff, and also had like really good humor, which is mostly what I was looking for because I'm still kind of depressed after Infinity War and
Yeah.
you know, hurt inside. So I don't know.
Yeah, I pretty much feel the same. I think it's better than the first one, just because, A, we don't get the classic Marvel origin story where it's a dude needs to do a thing, gets a thing, and he fights a guy that is exactly like him. And then, of the sequels that we saw, it was probably one of the best sequels I've seen. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
I
hard
can
to
get on
say.
board with
That's
that.
hard to say because Cap 2 is fantastic.
Oh, I wouldn't say the best. I'd say up there for
Yeah,
the best.
yeah. I'm gonna have to generalize because I can't come close to picking a favorite MCU movie.
Yeah, there's been some rough sequels as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of them, like Thor 2.
Thor 2.
Iron Man 2 is one that usually gets some hate.
Incredible Hulk 2. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. Ouch.
Iron Man 3 is kind of divisive.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 is pretty rough. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is good, though. Avengers 2 is, like, not as good as the first one, but still good.
The more I think about Guardians 2, the less I liked it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Really? I definitely didn't like it as much as the first one, but I definitely enjoyed the movie as well.
I think I like this movie more. I also think I like this movie more than the first one. Because, I mean, both Ant-Man movies, pretty relatively contained, kind of just, we'll call it a palate cleanser, just kind of like a fun break from all the other shit going down.
Yeah.
I thought this movie was very funny, and if you kind of go into this expecting like a comedy, I think you'll be very happy. Because, like, from, like, the beginning of the movie, just all the characters I thought had really great comedic moments. Some stood out more than others, but as a whole, I really like the humor of this movie.
Now, Andrew, for our loyal listeners that have, scoured through our back catalog, you've had some issues with Marvel comedy because, they'll make a serious point and then kill it with a joke. How do you think that movie handled that? This movie handled it?
I thought this movie did a pretty good job. There wasn't any, like, my planet's destroyed. Like, there wasn't incredibly high stakes. There was obviously, like, the rescue mission, but for the most part, like, the rescue mission, when the actual time came to do the rescuing and actually see her and save her, like, it was touching. It, like, handled it with, like, respect. Like, yeah, it's been 30 fucking years. Hi.
Yeah.
But, I thought I enjoyed the comedy of this movie. It also, I felt, was kind of tonally different in the sense that I think this movie was trying to be a comedy, not a Marvel movie that makes fun of things that happen. Like, this was a funny movie, and it has funny characters, so I think it really worked. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about some characters?
Sure.
So,
I have a very distinct memory of asking you, probably a couple years ago, who your favorite MCU character was, and your response was Luis.
Yep.
Did he hold up in this movie?
Yes. I would say absolutely. The Truth Serum stuff is just so good. Like...
I was crying. I was literally like, I couldn't hold myself back there. I was like actually dying in the theater.
And Andrew, I'm gonna have to disagree with you about there's no stakes, because the gentlemen in this movie could have lost their company. And frankly, that had me on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Oh no.
What?
They were gonna lose business and company, and those are the important stakes.
Oh,
You know what? That's
the
fair.
side
That's
characters.
fair.
Okay.
But it all worked out in the end.
It did. We think. We don't know if they're actually alive.
Well, they made it a very big... that's true. I guess we don't know what happened after the snap. I hope Ant-Man's daughter's okay. She's one of the few children that I actually, like, because she's pretty cute.
And not
Like
annoying.
just like she's an adorable little thing.
I like their, like, relationship, too, because, like,
Yeah.
especially coming off of, like, Arrow, for example, where, like, his kid's just being a fucking little shit about him being a hero the whole time. It was, like, really refreshing to see, like, a person, like, admire and look up to their parent for being a superhero.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
much
that
more
was really
realistic, though.
refreshing.
That's so much more realistic. If I was like Batman's son or something like that, I would be like, hey, don't go out there, I'm worried and shit. I'd be like, yo, like, honestly, take me with you. Let's fucking go at it.
It's fucking badass.
Clayton,
Yeah,
you pretty much lived that life anyway.
Fair enough, you're right. Let's get at it, let's get going. I'll do the best I can for the first 30 seconds until I have an asthma attack.
You can certainly stop one bullet.
Oh yeah, I'll stop one bullet. It'll hurt and I'll probably die, but I'll stop it.
I think my favorite part of the movie was the school scene where he gets turned into a child.
Oh my
size.
goodness.
God.
The things they did with the sizes was fantastic, this movie. Like...
Oh, it was. That was too much. Like, fuck, there's so many times in the movie where I was just sitting there like, they can't be doing this, it can't be real.
Yeah.
The
Villain.
one scene. Oh shit.
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead. I was just
I was
gonna.
gonna say the one scene where he like called for the ants' help and then just kept getting swallowed by the seagulls.
Yes.
Was another one.
Oh, that was so sad.
It was so funny though. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh Christ, this movie had me. That movie had me going the whole time.
I like the introduction of more giant ants, just as a common thing.
Just a thing that happens, apparently.
Do you know how fucking terrifying that would be? Just being cornered by these ants with huge fucking mandibles that, like, will single-handedly rip off a limb.
Oh, yeah.
I would not be, like, I'm like Lawrence Fishburne, man. I'd be backing up. I'd be like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And then Ant-Man's daughter's just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. It's in the toilet, it's in the bathtub or whatever. She's like, alright, sure, whatever. Fuck it, why not?
Oh,
I think my favorite new character is probably a toss-up between Ulysses S. Grant.
Yep.
And I don't know if he was in the first movie or not, but the FBI agent Wu.
He wasn't.
He wasn't?
No.
I thought he was so fucking funny.
Oh,
Trying
yeah.
to learn the magic.
Yeah, strictly laughing at him as well.
Yeah, like 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Their relationship was so good because, like, Scott is clearly... Hubert! Hey! Yeah, you. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I've lost my train.
We're talking about the FBI agent and Scott's relationship.
Yes. It's like, they're both comedic actors, so their timing is phenomenal. And then it just feels like they're both exhausted of each other's existence.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, that was good. Like, all around, it was just a really funny movie, to be honest. Like, that's really all you can say about it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so, you were gonna bring up the villain?
Yes. So, we didn't get a villain that shrunk and grew. So, probably Ghost, I would think, talk about first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, yeah, actually, like, her powers were really cool.
Oh,
the backstory was kind of generic.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's like the same way almost every villain is made. But, like, her powers were really fucking cool.
Yeah, at the end of the day, she didn't do a whole lot. It was cool seeing her in action. I think she kind of served as more of like a spectacle, like an action set piece, which I enjoyed. But at the end of the day, like, not incredibly influential or impactful in the grand scheme of, like, greatest MCU villains. But, like, she wasn't bad. It's just, I think it was more of a spectacle.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, they did.
We were talking about how the movie has a little bit smaller stakes than some of the other movies in the universe, so it kind of makes sense for like this sort of more contained movie to have a villain who's also a little bit less. You know, she's not Thanos or Loki or something like that. She's more just.
I think it had to be a little
Oh,
lighter in tone and little like lower stakes, just for the sake of the devastation that was experienced at the end of the last movie.
Yeah. I had something to say. I don't remember what it was going to be.
I didn't hear a word you guys just said. You guys cut. My computer just cut out. So.
Oh, good.
Well, we're off to a good start.
One pump chumps are doing well.
Yeah, about as well as my girlfriend likes them. Anyways, yeah. So I'm sure you guys said something about the villain. It was engaging. Bravo.
It was, yeah. You loved every minute of it.
I certainly did, like I usually do when it comes to you boys.
Yeah. So,
how'd you guys like Goliath?
I'm sad we didn't get to see him do much, but I'm glad that we have the possibility of him doing things. If that
I thought it would have been cool, like a little flashback, because, like, I mean, apparently that's a thing that Ant-Man movies include now, some de-aging flashbacks.
Yeah.
I would like to maybe see him in action.
Now, what if we got Goliath and Captain Marvel?
Is he confirmed in Captain Marvel?
No.
Oh, you're just speculating.
But I'm thinking time scale. The only other movies that we know are around then are Captain Marvel and this some point in time the new Black Widow movie that's coming out. So we might actually get to see a de-aged Lawrence Fishburne Goliath up then. Maybe
Probably not, but that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll get
just
to see him kill a big clone of Thor.
I doubt that.
Me too.
The way they said the movie for Captain Marvel was gonna go, like, I highly doubt that anyone else will show up though, because like they made a point of kind of saying like, if I remember correctly, they made a point of saying like this is gonna be Nicholas Fury's first superhero encounter, and like so I feel like it's gonna be like just Captain Marvel and no other like power people, no other like extraordinary people or anything like that. That's just my kind of take on how the movie's gonna go, but
I think Ronan is in it, but
I expect that'll be somewhere a lot closer, either like to the end or if he's like actually the villain, because I don't actually know who the villain's supposed to be for that movie, but
me neither. My guess is maybe Skrull.
maybe. I mean, I know it's supposed to be kind of like cosmic based, so which is cool with me because other than the Guardians, we haven't, and like they're not even really powered; they're just in space. Like we haven't really had that much cosmic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say something. Shit, I should do the exact same thing you did.
Right?
Oh, I have a question. It's a science question, and I think it's a plot hole, but I want your guys' opinion.
Okay.
Okay, so in the flashback that we just mentioned a couple minutes ago, the whole entire thing with the Wasp disappearing into the quantum realm was the fact that she had to shrink small enough so she could go between the molecules
Yep.
to get in the missile and then stop the missile. But when it showed her inside the missile, she essentially started like breaking all the stuff. However, if she's small enough that she can shrink between molecules, specifically a metal alloy, which are very, very tightly wound
It's
molecules,
a lattice structure.
What?
Metals have a lattice structure, so it would be almost impossible.
Exactly. So if she can get through that because she's so small, how would she even be able to touch, let alone break anything inside the missile?
She couldn't.
Particles, baby.
But she was constantly shrinking the whole time. So like, if she's only getting smaller and she's already too small to be able to like break the things in there, how it's like I thought about that. I was like, is that a plot hole? That's why I wanted to ask you guys, like, what do you think?
Yeah, like I think that
I'm treating these Ant-Man movies similar to anything involving the Flash, where time particles and the Speed Force are both cop-outs that work to the plot's convenience.
Fair.
So, I mean, like, in speaking of shrinking down in between the metal, like, atoms, right? That's also shrinking between, like, oxygen atoms.
Yeah.
How we breathe it.
They are.
Fucking PIM particles.
They're wearing helmets, mate.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, but like even still, he's got a point. Like once they get small enough, the helmet would be smaller than the oxygen molecule as well. Yeah, I guess you just have to go with the PIM particle, like the PIM particle. It just does. Don't question it.
And Clayton, that was something I thought of after the first Ant-Man movie, because it doesn't really make sense. Like you can't shrinking between a molecule to be small enough to get through and then destroy Yellow Jacket's suit or the whatever. Like it
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't make sense, but like we'll just suspend disbelief because movies.
But they did actually have some real quantum on the background of Goliath's lecture hall, which I thought was kind of cool.
I know you mentioned that.
Yeah. Andrew, do you remember he had some screens up on the thing, and there was a graph on the very right screen? Yes, there was.
Yes.
I've had that graph in at least 3 of my lectures.
Nice.
Yeah, thought that was fun.
So, what else do we want to talk about Ant-Man? We've gone over the villain. We haven't really talked about the heroes yet, have we? I mean, Scott's relatively generic.
Wasp's badass.
I think we should talk about the Wasp a bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's specifically Hope, the Wasp. Yeah, she's really awesome, actually. Like, I mean, I've heard some complaints that, like, when they named it Ant-Man and the Wasp, they thought it'd be, like, both 50-50% shit like that, and some people were complaining that, like, she was still a side character and stuff, but, like, I think she's not getting enough credit. Like, sure, maybe Scott was the main character, but that's just the way it is. Like, even if you call it Batman and Robin, you know, Robin's not gonna be 50-50% of the movie, but I think she, like, definitely played a huge part in that movie. Like, it wouldn't have worked without her, and I, like, by no means would I take away any of that from, the Wasp as a character or, the actress, eventually Lily. Like, I thought she was awesome.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the people who were complaining about that, if anyone else had even read those complaints other than me, were just being, like, nitpicky and literally looking for something to have wrong with the film at that point, because like you're not going to get a much stronger showing from a woman character if that's what you're looking for than like hoping.
Unless it's a standalone movie.
Yeah, and if you want that, then wait till March or whenever Captain Marvel's coming out.
I think another point to bring up is like there's kind of two emotional type stakes for heroes. There was like him being under house arrest and just wanting to kind of correct the errors that he has made, and then there was the wanting to rescue the mom, and the Ant-Man kind of conflict at home. Like that was very much grounded with him, and I think the Wasp had pretty much all the essential emotional parts about like the flashbacks and just wanting to like save her mom and like all that. So like not only did she get badass scenes, but I think she also had probably the more emotional of the two positions.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed her. I like seeing people fucking fly and kick ass. So
oh yeah,
check and check.
Would you guys see just a Wasp solo movie?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think they'll ever do it, because I don't think she has, like, the background to actually pull that off well, but, like, I'd watch it if it came out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think...
Yeah, I'd watch it as well, but I don't know. I really enjoy Paul Rudd and his, like, presence. So, like, I would be thinking about the lack of Paul Rudd. Not to say that she couldn't hold her own movie, it's just, if you're gonna do a Wasp movie, I'm gonna kind of miss Ant-Man as well.
Yeah.
Similar to if you took Wasp out of it. It's just like, I like them as a team and I like their relationship dynamic. So like, if the next movie was just Ant-Man and the Wasp wasn't in it, I'd also feel like I'm missing that present.
Yeah. 100%. They work really, really well as a team. The dynamic between the actors is actually fantastic. Like, they just work well together. Like, the scenes where they're together, like you can tell, like, there's no... Like, it's just, they go well together, and it's really fun to watch them interact in the movie as both, like, the, like, quote, like, the romantic-y kind of thing that's awkwardly kind of going on, but also just as, like, superhero team-up partners. Like, it's really fun to watch.
Did someone just, like, skip out of a computer or something? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I just heard a weird little rumbling thing and then some silence, so... Good thing I'm leaving that in.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so yeah. I mean, there was the other Wasp as well, which was not really that much to talk about because she was in there for about 5 minutes and she died again, so... she has some weird quantum powers, apparently, because apparently going to the quantum realm now gives you powers if you stay there long enough.
I think it's a 30-year thing. It's like an anniversary.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, like, Scott didn't have powers and he went to the quantum realm, so obviously there's a certain time limit you have to be there for you to get the powers.
You have to make it past initiation. You have to fight those little microbe fucking creatures.
You have to beat up the bacteria. The viruses. I mean...
And then they reward you with quantum powers.
Oh,
I read this other thing, and it was so funny. It's like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but she comes back with, like, a sort of robe on or something like that. Where the hell did she get that?
Clayton?
Another question. How does she still have eyeliner after 30 years?
There's no way she didn't cry at least once and that shit blurred. Like, come on.
Why did she have eyeliner on in the first place? They were going to stop a Russian missile.
To be fair, I think women were kind of held to a different standard during the 80s.
But did she have time to put it on? Like, did Hank wait for her to put on makeup so they could stop it?
Maybe they were going out for dinner.
Maybe.
I assume she's a strong enough woman that she can get her eyeliner on well on the go. You know, he was probably driving if she just did it in the passenger seat. I've actually had girlfriends put on makeup in the passenger seat while I drove. I mean, I ran over speed bumps intentionally to piss them off, but like, I just assume Hank Pym didn't do that.
Well, he didn't beat his wife in this movie, so I think it's fair to assume he didn't do that.
According to +1 of the comic books.
Yep.
Rough path. Anyways.
I loved the fucking little Hot Wheel box. I just thought of that.
That's
that was
so good.
So fun.
That was so funny. There's so many times in this movie where I was just like, I can't believe this is actually happening.
Oh yeah, I need to see it again to look around in the background to like pick out all of the gigantic paper clips that are scattered around the set and stuff, just because that's what Hank Pym would do. He would build things out of things he's got, so I want to see if I can see them.
True.
Does anyone else think it's funny that, like, there was a line in the movie that kind of addressed this, but, just to
Yep.
Ants.
I thought it was so funny seeing, like, her fly and then him just kind of chilling on top of an ant as they go. Why not?
Well, I mean, I assume that they didn't have that tech available when he built his original Ant-Man suit back in the long-ass time ago. Which like explains why at least he didn't have it in the first movie. As for the new Ant-Man suit, I'm pretty sure he just Matt Scott.
Yeah.
Just spite.
Yep. Sounds right. What else you guys think about chatting about? Or do you guys want to do some speculation and ruin Avengers 4 for us all?
I don't have that much to speculate about Avengers 4. Like, I know you have your little theory, whatever that you told me, and I remember part of it. Mm-hmm. But, like, overall, like, one, I haven't really been thinking about it on purpose that much because I just don't want to. It makes me sad. And two, like, it's at the point where literally anything can happen in Infinity War, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Especially if one of the leading theories right now is time travel. Yeah. Who fucking knows where that's gonna go?
So, I do.
Hopefully not poorly.
I have a plan. Marvel needs to hire me because I think I've got a perfect movie. That's probably not true. But my guess is... So at the... Right before Scott shrinks down to the quantum realm...
Watch out for the time vortexes.
Exactly. So that's a little thing in there. My guess is he's going to find himself into a time vortex, maybe by accident, and then pop up during the Battle of New York in the first Avengers movie. And so there's been set photos of Paul Rudd in the Ant-Man suit chatting up Chris Evans in the original Cap suit from that movie. So I think he's going to show up there and help the Chitauri invasion, and, you know, no, sorry, not help the Chitauri invasion, help against the Chitauri invasion, but you got that.
Yes.
And then from that point on, it'll just be a time jump to where we currently are. And then we now have a whole new universe where Scott has entered it at a different point. He's going to move the time scale up of his daughter, so when Thanos comes to Earth, his daughter can be the superhero Stinger that she is in the comics. Then they'll have him, Stinger, and Wasp, and then Captain Marvel, all against Thanos for, and in quotes, the first time. And then I think they'll beat him then. And then that would be it.
I'm going to poke a couple holes in the theory.
Go for it.
So the thing that just makes me... like, I definitely think that he is going to play an essential role, especially in regards to the time travel, which I do think is incredibly likely.
Yeah.
But with that, like you suggested, that makes him, like, the main character.
I think he's going to be. I think
I can't see them doing that, especially since Cap is dead. Like, I can't see them sidelining all the Phase 1 Avengers to basically make, like, Ant-Man and the Wasp and Stinger.
I agree with that point. In the words of Deadpool, it would be very cinematic.
No, listen. I don't think you're under... He gets to... So he is now fighting Thanos with all of the Avengers we see.
Okay. So how would we explain the drastic repercussions of altering the timeline 8 years back in such a significant event?
I don't think they can explain it too much. I think because time travel is too weird, they'll just focus on Scott and just say it advanced his timeline and a few big things with the incident and whatnot. And then his daughter, Cassie Lang, is getting recast in Avengers 4 as like a 16-year-old girl. So that's what leaves me to believe that we're going to get some sort of time jump. Maybe it'll be like a bunch of years past Infinity War, and that's where Scott will come out. But my guess is time jump from First Avengers.
I'm going to make the same joke I made in our group chat, but we're doing Ant Point.
Ant Point! Exactly! I thought that was absolutely hilarious, and I said that to some of my friends to sans laughter.
Well, because your other friends are wrong, and they need to get on a podcast, because that would make them understand better.
Apparently.
Yeah, no one gets us.
No one gets us.
Well, we're almost at 30 minutes, so any closing remarks you guys want to add? Great. How about a rating then?
Oh yeah.
Andrew?
I'm going to give it 30 years supply of eyeliner.
Fair enough. Clayton?
You go first. I haven't thought of one yet.
I'm gonna give it 7 Michael Peña's driving a little car.
Pena. And I don't want to pull this out, but I think I'm gonna have to give it 14 seagulls.
Oh no!
Well, thank you for listening to this short episode of the Mediocre Company podcast. We really appreciate it.
One pump chump.
The one pump chump. If you want to contact the show, which you can do, you can email us at Oh my god, it's been so long since we've done this. The mediocreco@outlook.com. And
one of them's fucked up.
Yes, and our Twitter is the one that's fucked up, and that's at the Medicorco, because I can't spell. Yeah. Well, I guess on that note, goodbye.
Bye-bye.